Hi, I'm Santoro Kimara, and I'm back with the newest Beaters Corner. I would first like to apologize for the lack of uploads. In the description of my last video, I said I would upload, but I did not because I was held up from school and burnout. I would like to continue playing games on the channel and doing Beaters Corner on the side, because at the end of the day, it's just talking to tell you guys the news. Anyway, I hope you guys can forgive me for that. I will try to do a Beaters Corner at least once a week. Anyway, now that that's done, we can talk about our topics for the week, which are books, story, variant showdown, feature update and live stream, Sword Art Online, Unleashed Blading, speculation, and the show, of course. Yeah, that's right. I might actually have a little bit of information to show you about the show. Anyway, let's get started. The books of SAO have been the most influential part of the series since the beginning of time, and that's how most of the criticism start on the series at the beginning. But the show cannot move forward if the books don't either. At the end of the show, or the Moon Cradle arc for the books ended, most fans were struck at a huge content drought unless they played the games. But in December 19th, 2021, people realized that the series was still going on. After that, people were forced to read after the show was done being aired. I was happy because I would be able to visualize how it would look when it gets adapted as an anime. The next volume of Unital Ring, when it came out, was on November 9th, 2021. Which means they threw it out at random times when it got globally released. So, and the next volume comes out at May 3rd. So go ahead and copy one, by the way. Speaking of books, SAO Progressive. SAO Progressive was a book series that many loved because it didn't ride the protagonist too much, and it was actually kind of funny. It rode the path of Asuna, but like I said, it was that. It stopped on December 11th. 2018. It only started to continue as a light novel series recently because of the movies. I found that really stupid and it makes me infuriated. I mean, at least wrap up a book title before you start another. Most prefer manga than light novels, so why not continue the series? Okay, I'm just gonna calm down a little bit. The recent light novel just came out on January 18th of this year. That alone means you just want money, but then again, who am I to judge? I just want the bag as much as anybody else. They also started the Alicization manga, and they haven't even finished that. Makes me want to cry. The story also is on a bit of a delay, for the most part, until the Unital Ring comes out. The new Unital Ring book comes out. But don't be surprised if we're on a content drought next week, because story-wise, there isn't much. And I will tell you, without spoiling anything, is that somewhere down the line, Kirito has to fight himself that Wrath took out of him from the underworld. I'm talking about the episode where Kirito asked them to erase his memories from all the 200 years he spent in the underworld, and then they made that into a digital psyche in order to see what would happen. Basically a social experiment to see what would happen with the 200 years of his memories. Blah blah blah. You get the picture. It will happen in the books later down the line. I want to see what will personally happen. Yu-Gi-Oh might come back. I'm so hyped for that. My boy Yuge, bro. They did him dirty, but you know what? He's gonna come back. I can just feel it, bro. Anyway, let me talk about this variant showdown. Oh, baby. There's a live stream on May 7th, 11 a.m. for more news on the game. We'll put that link in the description. Many pictures were revealed on the Facebook page for the game, and a lot of proof of my theories at last. Coloring brushes can be used to color uniforms and characters. As a community, we have unlocked Asuna and those brushes, so thank you. Go follow the page so we can get more stuff, please. Characters can use not just attack skills, but support and healing skills that might be able to be used in the new multiplayer mode. Also, you can use awakening skills to do the greatest amount of damage and do a finisher skill. The max party in the game is 3 characters, and there's a battle royale style multiplayer mode under development as well. And that's it for the news for this section. Let's move to UB real quick. SAOUB, or Rising Steel as we like to call it, has been a huge part of our lives. I've spent years playing this game and don't plan on dropping it anytime soon, but maybe Bandai might plan on it. The more I thought on it, the only events in the game are like Moon Cradle and Progressive. When Moon Cradle's done, they might just milk the game to death, or milk the story to no end. Like, I love the game with all my heart, but the game's funding has gotten down to memory defrags funding, and that's pretty bad. That's a bad sign because they have no new units apart from the units they missed, like the trainee Kirito unit or the unarmored knight units that they could have. They have one for Alice and Adis. so they could have one for the other Integrity Knights, or the other Alfheim unit for Kirito that they have yet to put in the game. They already have his model for the Link skill for him, so they can just go ahead and put him in the game. Make him a fire unit, it's whatever. But this could lead to the death of this game. Listen, I would not mind an offline edition, but the community makes this game truly the most fun. Okay? I'm not going to skip this part. I'm just going to skip this part, alright? Because it's kind of sad, and, you know, I wouldn't say it's suitable for the channel too much, but I just want to get on with the news a little bit, alright? Let's move on to the show. War of Underworld. It will come out on DVD and Blu-ray pretty soon. It's also going to air on TV as well. All of SAO will air on the TV until it ends. Until then, the show won't end until the books are done. Conclusion is that the series has 10 years left to grind out some content, and I will try to dedicate a lot of time into just weaving out over it. All right, a lot of people are. I know this personally because a lot of people will say, "Oh, I love this series, man," but people are so mean when I say I like it. Just don't be sensitive. Just say you like the show. All right. Other anime communities are pretty toxic, but you also have to realize a lot are pretty accepting when you say the show is cool, and even if you say it's your favorite show, it doesn't matter. Okay, it's a cool show. Don't think that having an opinion is a bad thing, because it isn't. I also wanted to add this. Sword Art Online Licorice has had no new updates. We'll probably get some soon. My idea is that we're probably going to get Premier and Tia as new characters pretty soon. So, yeah. Thank you for joining me for another successful Beaters Corner. As always, I'm Sancho Kimara, and you have just tuned into Beaters Corner. Until next time, my little infants, class dismissed.